I commend Senator Antic and Senator Roberts for bringing this to the chamber. I've tried on 3 separate occasions to have a hearing into this, an inquiry into it, and it's been blocked every time. The fact is that it is exactly right. You know, I commend the Greens for standing up and fighting for koalas and the fish and the salmon and different things, but we're talking about humans here. We're talking about our children, to protect them and their rights as well. We have seen in television interviews, even with Insight when they did a story on this, of what happened to children, absolutely distraught, sorry that they actually went through this whole process. We've seen it, as Senator Canavan said, with Tavistock, and we've seen it around the world. This has become a business at the expense of children's lives being destroyed, and that's what we need to consider. Why I pushed my notice of motion to have an inquiry into this is because a group of mothers, half a dozen mothers, went knocking on all the doors of the members of parliament, the senators, members of parliament, to explain to them why it was important to have an inquiry into this. These are mothers, parents, who actually have seen their children go through this process and have become, what can I say? They don't lead normal lives anymore. One mother said that her daughter now, who is 21, is in her bedroom 3 months at a time, will not come out of her bedroom. She actually has to leave her food at the door. She doesn't want anyone to see her because she's changed from a female to a male, taking these puberty blockers, the hormones that she's needed to change, where she's now got hair on her chest, hair on her face, balding, and she is absolutely so distraught. It's destroyed her life. And she said, all we need is to let people hear our story and understand what is happening in our community. Another reason why it's important now, because the Labor Party just passed their family law. And under the family law now, you can give all rights to the custodial parent, so the other parent no longer has the right or say in the health or well-being of that child. So parents have lost their rights here as well, and you've given it to only one to control it. I just feel that this is so important. You know, the people in the gallery are listening to this, the debate here, and Australians, this is our job here, is give the people the right to have a voice. And if it goes to an inquiry, then we can hear what the people have to say and make an assessment on that and how we best deal with this. People are sick and tired of being shut out, that they don't have a say. And it's important that we do. And I'm disgusted with those on the coalition side who actually have not voted on this or stay out of the chamber, that they don't want to be seen of how to vote with this. It is not an individual. This is about doing what's right. And to see the government's law that's passed today on the criminal bill, they actually worried about the drugs that are coming in from China through the vaping, and they're worried about the drugs that the children may be taking through vaping. What about the drugs that is being given to the children that is irreversible? Puberty blockers is irreversible. And that's what people won't admit. They don't want to say that. That's why it's so important to have this inquiry. And I'll tell people, this has become a money-making business. In America, there was only one clinic. Now there is 300 across the whole country. It's estimated to be a $200 billion industry at the expense of our children. That's what needs to be discussed here. If you really worry about lives, you're really worried about drugs, then let the inquiry happen. What are you hiding? What is the Greens hiding? Why don't they stand up for Australians on this? Why don't they stand up for the children? That's what this is about. I cannot understand Labor's stance on this, why they are so opposed to the people having a voice. That's what it's about, the people having a voice. And I will appeal to those on the coalition side, those half a dozen who actually haven't voted or voted against this as well. Put it to an inquiry. Let the people be heard. It's no skin off your nose. That's what our job is to do. You must stand up for everyone in this nation. So I call on the people. Let the people have their say. So the people should be heard. But you know what? Outside this chamber, you know, we went to a referendum on that. The people had their say. We allowed the people to have their say as far as the voice went. We're
Thank
not
you,
allowing
Senator
people to have
Hanson.
a
The
say
time
here.
for responding has expired.